All right, everybody, don't touch that dial. Yes, it is Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon. It's about 2 p.m. This is a pop-up version of the Ron Kelly Show because I can't wait for Thursday to speak about what happened. But I need to tell you, just want to comment on the reaction that I'm seeing from the people, various reactions from people blaming the Latinos, blaming the black men, blaming white women. The finger pointing is like gotten completely out of control. But I want to tell you, Kamala Harris wasn't a good candidate. Now, a lot of y'all are probably going to disagree with that. I want you to. You can hit me up on my Facebook page. Kamala Harris was a bad candidate. Here's several different things that she did wrong. She didn't separate herself from Biden. When she was asked on national television what she would do different from her Biden, she said she didn't know. It was just one mistake after another. She got 65 million votes. You know what I'm saying? So she came up on the show, and from the beginning, it looked horrible from the very beginning. But here's the thing. She didn't do what she was supposed to do. She did not separate herself from Biden. She wasn't aggressive enough. She didn't define herself. And she did not say what she would do. Because that's one of the biggest things, with the exit polls. And the polls were impossibly wrong. But what she didn't do was she didn't define herself. She wasn't aggressive enough. She didn't talk about her policies. She mentioned something about $25,000 for a person. Come on. Is that going to address gas prices? Is that going to address rent? Is that going to address mortgage rates? That's not going to address any of that by giving somebody $25,000 to start, for a first-time home buyer. So there were a lot of things that Kamala Harris did that was wrong. Then she picked, somebody, Walz. He's a good guy and all, but I always said it should have been Shapiro. It should have been Shapiro, who's the governor of Pennsylvania. That's who it should have been. She might have had a better chance. But I've only got a couple of minutes left. So I just wanted to say, look, stop blaming, stop finger pointing. It wasn't black men. It wasn't Latino men. It wasn't white people voting against her because she was black. It wasn't any of that stuff. She did not define herself. She did not separate herself from Joe Biden. She did not put forth a plan. And she just wasn't aggressive enough. Those are the four things that I see that Kamala Harris did wrong in this thing. Because she had 65,000. She had 65 million, but I said that twice, right? She had 65 million votes. That's a lot of votes for somebody who only had 100 days to introduce themselves. That's a lot. 65 million votes. Donald Trump, congratulations to Donald Trump, just got a few million votes more than she did. He just wiped the floor up with her from the beginning of the election all the way down to the end. And that insult to injury, he won Nevada after all of that. So, which used to be a Democratic stronghold. Anyway, so I got about a minute and a half left. I just wanted to address this, everybody. Kamala Harris did several things wrong. Some of us don't want to admit it. Some of us are going to say, I'm wrong, and you can say that. That's fine. That's why I go on the radio. But she did several things wrong, and she lost the election. Not black folks, not Latinos, not these other people, because she didn't leave them any much of a choice. So the Democrats have to figure out a way to get in touch with people because they've lost contact with the people. They're like a head coach on a football team who has lost the locker room. And the Democrats have lost the locker room. They need to come up with a different strategy. They need to reconnect with the American people because they've lost contact with us completely. I wholeheartedly agree with that they've lost track of us. So, you can blame who you want to blame. Blame black men, blame Latinos, blame, racism, blame misogyny, blame even Trump. But the fact of the matter is that Kamala Harris did not do some things that would have helped her out. And Beyonce and Bruce Springsteen and Taylor Swift is not going to help the Democratic Party. They need to change, and they need to change now. All right, it's about 5 seconds before 5 minutes. I said a 5-minute version of the Ron Kelly Show. I'll see you on Thursday. evening, 7 p.m. for the extended edition of the Ron Kelly Show.